This is Tony with God Rules here on YouTube, coming to you with some very strange footage of glitches in the Matrix. Could this be signs that we're living in an alternate reality? One that is made sort of as a simulation. But before we get into our video, I wanted to mention that we're giving away 5 items, one of them being a laptop, another a tablet, and a host of other items. This is one of them right here. It is a HP Pavilion laptop with a 1 terabyte hard drive. As you can see, all the specs there. We're also giving away a Samsung Galaxy Tab A tablet and also other items. So see the link in the description below. You have great odds of winning. Last time only 8,000 people entered the sweepstakes. This time, because there's 5 items, you have, if only that many people enter, you have like a 1 in 1,500 chance of winning. So check out the link in the description and let's get on with the video. Could this be a glitch in the Matrix? So birds sort of floating around without flying. Isn't that a little strange? Here's another very strange clip. Check this out. This is a dog just frozen in a hallway. Person's walking up to the dog. And it's not taxidermy. Just watch and see. You'll see it start moving. It's very strange. I don't know what was going on there, but here's yet another strange clip of a plane that's some reason stuck in space.
What the hell is that? Why is their plane stopped mid-air on the Andy Murray game? That's freaky. What
Notice the crowd moving.
What is that? That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know what to think of that. It's very strange because the people are moving in a crowd, but the plane is not. Here's some more strange footage from China. Cars being floating into the air, lifted up somehow. Just view that again. Strange footage. What could that be? Some sort of anti-gravity? Some sort of change in polarity of gravity? Look at this bird.
Oh,
It's just,
that's awesome.
it's kind of weird.
No freaking idea.
That's a little strange. It's not moving. Is it just gliding? It's a weird gliding. Let's see if we can get it back on screen. Maybe it's gliding. It looks like it's moving now. But all these birds are going by it. It's so weird. I've shown this before. It looks like a plane that's essentially sitting still. Or is it some sort of optical illusion? What is going on there? And this one's even more strange. Watch this.
Unusual video of a bird that seems to be hovering in midair comes to life when the camera zooms in on it.
You look at our computing power today, and you say, I have the power to program a world inside of a computer. Well, imagine in the future where you have even more power than that, and you can create...
So it looks like it's like perched onto something, but there's no line. There's no telephone lines there.
characters
So what
that
is
have, for
going
example,
on?
free will, or they're
But
all...
actually, it's not perched either. It looks like its wings are extended when it zooms in for a second. Could that be a glitch in the Matrix? You know, are we living in some sort of Matrix? Some postulate this because of string theory, because of particles and how they behave very strangely in certain scenarios. I'm going to show you some footage of how particles are actually connected, though they're in completely different locations. and how they don't function as you would expect them to if we are really living in a concrete reality.
The single electron leaves as a particle, becomes a wave of potentials, goes through both slits, and interferes with itself to hit the wall like a particle. But mathematically, it's even stranger. It goes through both slits, and it goes through neither. And it goes through just one, and it goes through just the other. All of these possibilities are in superposition with each other. But physicists were completely baffled by this. So they decided to peek and see which slit it actually goes through. They put a measuring device by one slit to see which one it went through and let it fly. But the quantum world is far more mysterious than they could have imagined. When they observed, the electron went back to behaving like a little marble. It produced a pattern of two bands, not an interference pattern of many. The very act of measuring or observing which slit it went through meant it only went through one, not both. The electron decided to act differently, as though it was aware it was being watched. And it was here that physicists stepped forever into the strange, never world of quantum events. What is matter? Marbles or waves? And waves of what? And what does an observer have to do with any of this? The observer collapsed the wave function simply by observing.
Free will. So this is a world, and I program in the laws that govern that world. That world will have its own laws of physics. Now you're a character in that world and you think you have free will, and you say, I want to invent a computer, so you do.
A homeowner's CCTV camera captures a cat approaching a bush. As the cat wanders off and creeps through the bushes, we see an identical cat following behind. It's like deja vu. The cat follows the same path. Some people say this is a glitch in the Matrix, and the cat is repeating itself with a little bit of a change. Very unusual.
There's a 1 in billions chance that this is base reality. That seems to be clearly what it suggests. Maybe we should be hopeful that this is a simulation, because either we're going to create simulations that are indistinguishable from reality, or civilization will cease to exist.
So statistically, it's hard to argue against the possibility that all of us are not just the creation of some kid in a parent's basement programming up a world for their own entertainment.
Matrix. Yeah, that's kind of curious. Of course, we also have famous Hollywood celebrities and sports figures that have their own glitches. And we just saw one earlier of Shaq just staring, expressionless, not moving whatsoever, while all his co-workers in the studio are completely ignoring the fact that he's doing this, which is even more disturbing than him not moving at all.
As long as you do a little bit of good to make up for it, it all balances out in the end. And like I said, Shaquille O'Neal is a proud Mason. Here he is with his Masonic ring. But if you don't believe me, just go ahead and take a listen to this clip where he talks about his dedication to the Brotherhood.
What is going on there?
That's a ring of my profession. You don't know nothing about that.
Okay, can we get a close-up on that area?
What? You don't know nothing about
What
it.
is the profession? Yeah, which profession are we talking about?
Just look at it.
Is it a legal profession?
Of course it's legal. It's a ring of my profession. I'm trying to read it.
Okay.
It's a ring of my profession. Well, I wouldn't say being in a club would be his profession. Perhaps this is tied to his profession. It seems very interesting that there's several people that are a part of ESPN that seemingly have these glitches where they just stop moving. Shaquille O'Neal is only one of, actually multiple. We have another lady. Of course, here's the image.
Satanic Masonic brother.
You can see there, if you watch the video, he's pretty much frozen. There's also this woman here Rachel Nichols, sports journalist who is currently an ESPN television host, sports reporter and anchor. She currently hosts a Jump weekdays, 3 p.m. She actually also had a similar thing happen. We'll see that here.
They're not just a bunch of scrubs. This is not an undermanned team. It was
Okay, watch
just a talent-rich team to begin with. That, look, they were able to step up and replace him, the guys who went down. And, hey, we want to show people that if we're given the opportunity, we can be just as good as any All-Stars out there. And that is what they were doing.
And you mentioned Kyrie with tonight's draft lottery. We now have the answer for how that trade finishes up. So how do we view that now in totality? Oh, I'm afraid we lost Rachel. We've lost Rachel Nichols. All right, come back. Come back.
I'm here. I'm here.
Boom. You can hear me?
Instant.
Come back. Boom.
Instant.
Come back. One last time.
It's like television.
Let's replay that.
And that is what they were doing.
And you mentioned Kyrie with tonight's draft lottery. We now have an answer for how that trade finishes up. So how do we view that now in totality? I'm afraid we lost Rachel.
See, it's not just like as if the audio cut out. She still has this strange look on her face, sort of like a frozen stare. And of course, if she knew her audio was cut out, or maybe, I don't know, it just seems to me like it's not her audio cutting out based on how her facial expression is there.
We've lost Rachel Nichols. All right, come back. Come back.
I'm here. I'm here.
You can hear me?
Check this out. Look at this, man. He's just like a doll. You gotta see that again, man. Alright. What in the world? That reminds me of the Bill Clinton video clip where they're like putting makeup on Bill Clinton. Let's see if I can find that. It's actually pretty crazy looking too. It's like he's just like a doll sitting there. Let's see if I can find that real fast. Yeah, here we go. This is pretty good. This is just like that. It's the exact same type of thing. Oh, well, that's weird. What in the world just happened there? I clicked Bill Clinton frozen and then it just switched to a different search on the fly. On the fly it just switched. It literally changed the phrase that I was searching. I went to click. I put Bill Clinton frozen, and when I went to click, it immediately changed the search without me doing anything. That was really weird. All right, let's get back to this.
In covertly recorded off-air transmissions from the Bush-Clinton presidential election campaign in the 1990s, we can see that Bill Clinton was nothing more than a puppet to the puppet masters which placed him in the White House. Bill Clinton's demeanor seems to be similar to a person who is under a hypnotic trance.
I love him. Can we do any more? Let me do some more. Let me do some more. I'll do some more for him. Call. We done all call all today.
Okay, that was weird. Yeah, it does look a little
to
strange.
The puppet mark.
It does look a little strange, actually. Because even after she's finished, she's still sort of in this weird daze type of thing. It's the same kind of thing as we saw over here with this guy. It's just really weird looking, actually, when you look at it.
For anybody who doesn't know, Jalen Rose is a former basketball player, and now he's an analyst for ESPN.
Oh, ESPN again. Isn't that a little weird? ESPN. Seemingly, and of course you also have that there's so many of these, man. There's another one. Where is it at? I had another one open. It's not this one. Where is it at? It's not. No, here it is. There it is. Check this out. Same kind of thing. Another sports figure.
Injured, I had to have surgery again, or with another knee. But at the end of the day, I have amazing teammates. Guys like Draymond, everybody on this team, they come over there, they wrap their hands around me.
Actually, I have another one. I got several of these puppies, man. No, actually, I don't think I have it open. There's another clip, too, of yet another basketball player who was frozen, too. So there's actually multiple of the ESPN guys.
So here we go. Here's the clip of him looking like a robot.
Notice his eyes are not moving. His eyes are not blinking. Did you notice that? Look at this. Like, no blinking, no moving. I mean, he's like total trance, man. Let's play this.
Wax figure. It's really creepy. But for anybody who doesn't know, Jalen Rose is a former basketball player, and now he's an analyst for ESPN. So here we go. Here's the clip of him looking like a robot.
No movement. Zero movement. His eyes... He doesn't bat his eyelashes. Nothing. Nothing, man. That's just so weird. Yeah, some crazy stuff.